let's have a chat about this game, shall we? This isn't a positive video for this game, but not in the reasons that you might think of. The reason why I say it's in the negative is because of the players. Now, this is just my experience, but I have a huge problem when I'm playing competitive and somebody decides to grief me in whatever way, whether it may be putting themselves as AFK, or knocking our whatever disc on our side of the goal just so the team on the other side scores. Now this makes me upset because I'm trying to raise my competitive score up and now I'm just getting docked down because of it. Alright? So how can we solve this problem? Because if it's happening to me frequently, there's got to be others that it's happening to as well, right? So what do we do to players that like to grief them? Like our teammate shouldn't be knocking this frisbee into our goal, alright? It's one thing if it's accidental, okay? That's fine. It happens. It happens to me, it happens to the goalie, it happens to the other guy. But what happens when, you have a team that's better than yours, and then the other player decides to go, you know what? We're not going to win, so I'm just going to let the other team win by knocking our frisbee into our goal. It's like we're not even halfway through the game, and you're already throwing the towel. Or, how about, let's do another scenario. The other team's winning, right? And halfway through the game, they just stand there and AFK, and it's like, dude, why are you in here? Why are you in the competitive scene if you're just gonna stand there and be upset? All you're doing is knocking our points down. Because at this point, they're just gonna stand there and the other team sees it and they're like, okay, let's pummel the other guy. Then that guy gets killed. Then there's a timer for you to get back in, and they could just score a lot easier, or pummel the other guy and just score it the entire time. Like, look at this. See this guy right here? I'll have an arrow that points to where it is. That guy right there realizes, and this is not my team, but it's the other teams, but that guy right there realizes that, hey, I don't want to do anything about this. Or maybe, let's say maybe he's disconnected. Now, I don't know what the situation is for it being disconnected. And, I don't understand it. It's like, if you're being disconnected, fine, that's something that happens, and I can't be mad and I can't argue about that. But what I have a problem is that character was playing. So I assume either they're standing there doing nothing because their team is losing, or let's give them the benefit of the doubt, because I do sound kind of irritated, but let's give this person the benefit of the doubt. Let's say something happened, they had to drop their controller or whatever. However, there's been multiple chances that I've had in games where it's like, well, there you go. See, they either got disconnected or they left. My point is that they need to find something that makes it to where it's, I guess, equal on some team. Maybe find another person that could jump in the game, or maybe get a perk that will give them a slighter buff that makes it a little bit more fair when it comes to playing against a 2v3. Because how are you going to win? Because at this point, every player knows that if there's an advantage, they're going to take it. They're going to take it. Alright? So my thing is that can we find a way to punish players who are petty, or can we find a way for players, when it comes to certain situations, to be able to have somewhat of an equal chance to fight? Because this 2v3 is going to be a pain in the butt, you could easily knock somebody out on the side, and it's just, look at this. Look at this. This person's probably going to get knocked in, right? Once that gate opens, they're going to get knocked in. They're going to have a 10-second wait, and then that allows us to, do whatever and make scores easier. So here's what I propose. When it's 2v3, you should give the players who only have 2 people a buff. Something that makes it fair. Now the other thing is that if you're purposely knocking the thing inside your goal to spite your players, or I should say your teammates, you should probably give them a debuff of something, or something that like stops them from doing something heinous. All right, like maybe a couple times, sure, fine, whatever, you know, like things happen. But say like a third time, yeah, I would say they probably deserve it. You know, but also I don't like losing points that I worked really hard to get. Right? See, here's a good example. Bam! Right there. You knock the one out, and then there's only one person left, and you can just basically go back and forth and smash the frisbee into their goal. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta stop this because I'm irritated about it, and it upsets me because I work really hard to make points for my competitiveness, for my medals, and when I lose because somebody decides to just not do anything, it makes me mad, because then it feels like I'm wasting my time, and I'm not having fun, you know? But I know this is a fun game, and I know it can be fun. Now, I know this game just came out, and there's stuff that it can change, and things that it can do, but this is just my views on it. Like, if you reach this far into the video, I recommend you to play this game. It's a fun game, especially with friends, great time. But I just don't like how some players are being petty or griefing your own teammates. You know, that's the thing I don't like about it. But you know what? I'm going to leave this here. It was a little ranty, but I feel like I had to get this off my chest, because I want this game to do good. I want it to, you know, like, be better. And I feel like this situation kind of needs to be solved. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.